part. I know it looks like hot ravenous mess right now, but I'm a hot ravenous mess right now, so. Hey you guys, so this is another one of those unplanned videos this week because that just seems to be the way my life is going right now. I'm also getting over a bit of a cold, which does come from my last video, which I'll link up here, about asking for and accepting help. When you don't ask for and accept help and you run yourself into the ground, you get yourself sick like me. But that's not the purpose of this video, even though it is a pretty terrible feeling. I, right now, am really struggling with the task of this week. We are casting the middle school musical this week. You saw me talk about it in a few vlogs. We're doing Beauty and the Beast Junior at school, and the kids have been very excited about it. I've been very excited about it. The one thing that is really hard for me isn't the scheduling and making the packets and doing everything. It's sitting down and making the choices and choosing the kids that are going to get the big leads and those who are going to be the understudies. And for those that don't know, understudy means like if someone's playing the Beast and they get really sick or they hurt themselves and they can't go on, the understudy takes their place. So it's kind of like a standby. But we had our first auditions on Monday, and Tuesday I posted a callback list. I called back, we had maybe 20 girls audition for Belle. I called back the 3 I needed to see one more time, and a few Beasts and so on and so forth. And I didn't call back for every character because I didn't need to, but it was the first time I had been like the head director. We had a few other people in the room helping make the choices, but it was me making the decisions, deciding who's going to get what. So the callback list goes up Tuesday morning. And again, I didn't call back every part. I just called back like 3 or 5. It's 5. Sorry, my brain is completely gone. I called back 5 characters I need to see, about 12 to 15 kids. And even though the paper said there are parts that are already cast, I've already cast over 70% of this musical, you can bet there were still tears, there were still emails, and the cast list has not gone up yet. Today was the last day of these auditions, and it was just killing me seeing these kids who worked hard, and I know they worked hard, but this is in a world, well, in today's world, where everyone wins, and you know, we're all winners, and we give out participation trophies, and everybody gets to do everything. This is the first time, at least at my school, that the kids can be in the musical, because no one is cut from this, but they may not get to play the part they want. This very well could be, and is, for most of these kids, the first time they are experiencing trying really hard and not getting it. And while I know that's really important for them in their education and their learning, I get that, it just really hurts me to be the influencer. I'm the reason that this is happening. Now granted, there are some kids who worked so incredibly hard and did so well in their audition that we said, you know what, we don't need to see any callbacks. This person's getting this role and this person's getting that role, and we didn't even need to see that character for a callback. And I think it's because they don't see their names on a callback list that they think, I must have done awful. Teachers hate me, and tears start, and it is just the worst. And I hate it, and I feel like now I understand those moms that tell me they cry when they hear their kids crying in another room as infants. I get that now, because I think, even though I'm not a parent, I think I would be a nurturing parent, because I don't want, they're not even my kids, but I don't want kids to be hurt. I don't want kids to feel like I tried my best and it wasn't enough. Even though the more I think about it, this is really good for them. And some of these kids work their butts off and don't expect to get leads, and they're going to get them. And some of them work their butts off and are going to be understudies for leads, and I will be calling them to rehearsal, because in my world I treat the understudies just as seriously as I treat the people that have the roles. And I know some of my kids are probably watching this video. You will wait till 3 o'clock on Friday. But say happy birthday to me first, because it'll be Friday the 15th that I put the cast list up. Yes. So that is something I'm really struggling with. So if you've been a teacher or you've dealt with this, I guess if you're a parent, you probably deal with this too. I guess like the first time you take away the cell phone or you ground your kid, you see them all upset. I'm guessing this is similar, maybe? I have no idea. Just know this is something really difficult, especially for someone who's a first-year teacher. I don't have any kids. I like to befriend kids because I come from a world of teaching private lessons, and you know, in the private lesson world, you want to befriend these kids. You're on their side. You want to prep them for auditions and build their confidence and show them that hard work pays off. And unfortunately, when you're directing something, you can't give everyone what they want. And I understand that, and I know that that is what a director or a leader or a manager has to do, because not everyone's always going to be pleased. I think the best I can do is just tell my kids, you guys did such a great job. You know, you made this choice very difficult, and, you know, I don't think there's anybody in my show that I don't want to be there, and we're going to work hard, and we're going to be a team. Part of me just feels like I shouldn't care this much, or I'm a failure for letting this bother me so much. But Monday when I got home, like, I was a mess. I couldn't do anything. I was getting really sick. You notice that I didn't post my Your Normal Tuesday video until Wednesday because I just wanted to lay in bed and forget that I'd been at school for 14 hours. And I know nobody at my school watches these videos, but if you're one of the teachers, Vicky, that went out of their way to send me and the casting directors dinner because no one really thought to do that, you're amazing. And the teachers that gave water bottles and asked if they could help in any way on audition day, you guys are amazing. I know you guys aren't watching this, like I said before, but if you are, please tell the kids they all did a great job. The kids that normally can be troublesome in class that walked in and did their entire scene memorized because they wanted to work that hard, they impressed us all. The kids that we could hear practicing in the hallways or reciting lines on the playground, you did so well. And I think that's what hurts me the most, is seeing kids trying so hard and knowing I can't give every hardworking person a lead role. Does that make sense? If it were some kid that walked in and was like, I'm the best, I'm here to be, you know, the lead of your musical, and they really didn't put forth effort, I would have no problem moving them to a smaller role or the ensemble or something. That's fine. But I have to tell you today, we did a full hour of callbacks, and I put these kids through the ringer. I had them read scenes together 5, 6, 7 times, different characters. I gave them different blocking, different ways to read their lines. I got the kids who read for the Beast to be angry. I got the girls that read for Belle to be vulnerable. Like, they were so good. And if they can keep that level of, you know, focus and talent and energy that they showed me today in whatever parts they get tomorrow, I know we will have a good show. I just need to not feel so bad that I can't give every hardworking kid, you know, a part. And it really hurts me to think that there are going to be kids tomorrow that worked really hard and are going to go home. Do not cry. Do not cry. It's not worth crying over. Can't believe I cried. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. I should be happy that my kids work so hard, and I am. This is not because I'm upset to cast you guys, P.S. It's a whole different story if a kid was just coming into a theater and I'd never met them and they did a great job. It's totally different when you're their everyday teacher. Oh my gosh. Girl, you need to pull yourself together. This is not that hard. Since I clearly cannot film this video without getting upset, I think all I'm trying to say is that when you see all your kids trying hard, it'd be like watching them all study tirelessly for a test. I don't know if that would ever happen, but let's say it did. They could all go take that test and they could all do well and they can all feel accomplished. But it's different when they all put in the hard work and only a select few get to have the prize, or, you know, the coveted thing they're all going for. And yes, they're all going to be in the show. I get that. And yes, they have to learn it at some point. It's just hard to see it, and I know it's going to be okay, and I know I'm going to hold it together when I see my first kid come and cry at the end of the day. And I don't know if I'm even going to post this because I don't want my kids to see me upset, But it wouldn't be so hard if you guys weren't so good. Your teacher's also very, very sleep deprived, and I'm going to go to Panera Bread down the street, and I'm gonna go and type up this cast list, and tomorrow I'm gonna make you all sing happy birthday to me in choir, because I can. And come 3 o'clock, I'm gonna post your cast list, and this will probably go up after, I have no idea. Now that I've had my cry of the week, I've held it out, and I didn't know I was gonna do it on this video, but also please excuse my mantle. It's going to get replaced, and all the wires are going to go in that part. I know it looks like a hot, ravenous mess right now, but I'm a hot, ravenous mess right now, so. But that's it. Parents, teachers, if you have any advice on ways to know that you're going to upset some kids or break it to them that not everybody can win, and they know that. My kids know that not everyone's going to get leads. And dang it, they made it harder by all stepping it up and working really hard. Harder than I've seen them work in the academic classroom, to be quite frank. I could just hope that those who might be disappointed tomorrow not give up and come back and try again. That's really all you can hope for. And know that your hard work did not go unnoticed. Learning to fail graciously is one of the greatest assets I ever got from a young age. Because I was really bad at sports, and I was the only one in my group of friends that didn't get into 8th grade show choir, and I was so upset. Like, I don't think I can tell you how upset. Just didn't want to talk to anyone, felt so isolated at school because all my friends were in this great like honors show choir in 8th grade, and I was the one who wasn't. So I heard about it at lunch and recess and all my other classes, and I got to watch them do a showcase and do all these fun things, and I didn't get to do it. And I really don't know how I did this, but my choir director, the guy that didn't cast me, still encouraged me, even though it took me a long time to forgive him and even talk to him. And if it means anything to you guys, I'm the only one in my group of friends that, this is not to be conniving or mean or snide or cruel, because they're still my friends. I am the only one in my group of friends that pursued music in college, got a scholarship for it, and did it straight out of college without having to wait tables or play the starving artist game. I had a job as a singer and performer the day before I graduated, and I don't know if I would have had the nerve and the drive to hear 99 no's to 1 yes if I didn't have that heartbreak my 8th grade year. And that is what I keep telling myself, and as much as I hate it, and as much as I'm so thankful it's a 3-day weekend for President's Day, I know there are going to be kids that go home, and I know there are going to be kids that are going to be really disappointed, and it's going to be okay. We're going to make it through. I'm going to go get myself a hot chocolate to celebrate Valentine's Day and my birthday. I was going to go get my nails done, but it is frankly quite too late for that. I'm gonna go. I just spent a quarter of an hour crying on the internet. Story of my life. Guys, carry on, have a good weekend, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.